Hey, how you doing, YouTubers? My name is Ronan, and I'm here today to give you a little tutorial on how to use OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. Um, what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to go to speedtest.net, and the reason we're going here first is because we want to know that we can actually use our PC to stream online. So, number one, know your PC's capabilities. Number two, um, so go ahead and run your number two. You also want to make sure that you are running all your games at around or more than 30 frames per second. If you're not running your games at 30 frames per second, then streaming is not going to be good for you. Alright, especially because most first-person shooters stream at a lot higher frame bits per second than, let's say, MMOs or RPGs, things like that. Uh, Alright, and thirdly, you must know the upload speed of your PC. The upload speed is a very important um, part of streaming. If you don't have a high upload speed, you're not going to be able to stream. So what's a good upload speed, you may ask? A good upload speed has to be at least 2 megabytes and up. Alright, so if you got 2 megabits per second on upload speed, you're good, because all you need is about 50 to 75% of your upload speed. For me, I have 6 megabytes per second, so that's pretty good. It's not bad, especially if I want to start streaming and playing video games at the same time, things like that. So okay, so now that we got that number, we also check the ping. We want to make sure that we have good ping, because ping is what's going to allow you to send information to other computers and receive it. And the higher the ping, the faster you're going to be able to react, especially in like first-person shooters. Um, just high in demand, of information, video games like first-person shooters. RPGs and MMOs, not so much. All right. So now that we got our upload speed, we go ahead and open up OBS. Once you have it opened, like I have right now, it's actually streaming. I'm actually recording my screen right now. Go ahead and minimize that. Alright, so we got OBS opened, and we go ahead and go to the settings. Settings, you have the first choice right here, which is General, English. Choose whatever language you feel comfortable with. Alright, once you have that, go ahead and go to your encoding. In encoding, this is where your kilobytes or your megabytes per second upload speed come into play. Your max bit rate has to be, like I said, 70%, 75% of your upload speed. So for me, I have 50% of what I currently have in upload speed. This is going to allow me to stream, higher qualities. So hopefully, when you run the test, you have at least 2. That way, you can still, um, run your streaming at least 1,500 or 1,000 kilobytes per second. All right. So once you go ahead and determine that, go ahead and enter the amount here. Your codec, don't mess with that. Format, that's cool. Your channel, especially for audio, you want to make sure it's stereo. Your bit rate, you want to keep it between 9,600 and 192,000. I keep mine about 160. So you want to make sure that you're not falling anywhere lower than that, or else you're not going to be able to have a good stream. And people are not going to want to watch it. So That being said, let's go ahead and just leave it the way it was. All right. So next, you got broadcasting. Broadcasting. This is where you're going to be able to choose the channel that you want to broadcast at. So you go to mode. You make sure that you have it set up for live streaming. The file output only. That's only if you're looking to just record video, solely record video. You want to go ahead and switch that up. But if you're going to be live streaming, you go ahead and keep it on live stream. Then right here you have your streaming service. So whatever service you're using, I'm personally using Twitch. I'm also going to be using YouTube once in a while. Mostly I'm just going to be uploading videos to YouTube. Alright, so once you have that set up, you go ahead and choose your server. Your server is very important. You want to make sure that you choose the server that's closest to you, wherever you live geographically. You want to choose the closest one. Me, I live in Seattle, Washington, so San Francisco was the best choice for me. Alright, so for Twitch TV, we get a stream key. To get that stream key, in case you want to know, you want to go ahead and log into your Stream TV. Alright, once you're logged in, you're going to go ahead and go to your dashboard. Okay, you can go to your dashboard by clicking your name, then you just find dashboard and it'll open up. Once you're here, you go ahead and click on stream key. You'll go ahead and click this link. It'll show you your key. You want to make sure you don't show anybody else this key, or else they'll have access to your stream. So don't do it. Alright, so once you have that, go ahead and minimize that, paste it, leave it there. Your autocorrect timeout, you go ahead and leave it at 10 seconds. Your delay, this right here, just leave it at 0. This is going to cause you to have some delay between you and the viewer. That way viewers can't ghost you in case they're playing the same game against you or something. All these other options, just go ahead and leave them alone. We can move on to video. Video, obviously you're going to want to go ahead and set it up to whatever device you're running. If you're running your computer, you set it up to whatever resolution you have. For me, I have it at 1080 because I'm using my TV as my monitor. Alright, for audio, this is as easy as just choosing your device off of the drop down menu. Me, I'm using my TV with an HDMI cable attached to it, so high definition audio from my TV. Your microphone, again, drop down, choose your microphone. Me, I'm using my Turtle Beach PX11, so got that set up. The older version of this system had hotkeys on the audio options, just like down here somewhere. But for this new version, they actually separated it and gave you a whole range of options when it comes for hotkeys. Because before you only had start stream, stop stream, start record, and stop record. And now you also have a push to talk option. So if you have that option, on your microphone, go ahead and use it. Move on to the advanced. Everything else is pretty much, leave it the way it is, except for your CPU preset. Your CPU preset, you get 7 options. These 7 options, the very top one is ultra fast. Obviously the lowest one, it will be slower. If you were to move this setting to slower, you would end up using a lot of your CPU's processing power. So unless you have a PC that has the potential or the hardware to be able to support a lot of CPU usage, then go ahead and bring it down a little slower, at least fast to medium. This will allow you to stream at higher frame bits per second. If you don't have a PC that has a lot of power when it comes to CPU, then just go ahead and just leave it at very fast. It's not going to hurt you. But if you do have the power, go ahead and experiment. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Go ahead and apply, whatever you choose. Anything else, just go ahead and leave it blank. All right. Not blank, but just leave it the way it is because it's not important. So once we have that, we go ahead and click OK, and we're ready to go ahead and get started. All right. So in this part of the video, what we're going to want to do is start a scene. Alright, so we have the scene right here. I have a couple already set up for different things, like my NES emulator. I go ahead and stream that all the time on Twitch. This is for League of Legends. That's what I have a preset for. And now I have my OBS. So since I have this already open, we'll go ahead and leave it right here. Alright, but to show you just how to do it, you just left click. You go ahead and add scene, and you name your scene. Go ahead and do that. Then once you have your scene all set up, you have sources. Alright, so when you have a source, you want to go ahead and right click. Then you'll be able to do a window capture, monitor capture, image slideshow, text, video capture, and game capture. Now game capture is still very highly experimental. I would not suggest you play with that unless you know what you're doing or plan on taking the risk. Alright, so once you have that, go ahead and add, let's say, an image. Alright, so let's go ahead and add the image. Let's name it image 1. Okay, and for this image, what we're gonna want to do is, lost my voice there for a second. Alright, go ahead in here and let's go ahead and get my banner up here. Alright, okay, so I got it all set up right there. We bring it into the picture and it's right there on the corner. Alright, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and add another one. Let's go ahead and do image slideshow. Alright, for image slideshow, go ahead and just click OK. You want to go ahead and add your pictures, so go ahead and select, let's go ahead and select a bunch of these pictures that I have right here. Come on, man, work with me, buddy. Alright, whatever. So that's good. So we got a few pictures here, more than a few. Alright, so we'll go ahead and push OK. And there we go, we got that just right there in the corner. Alright, so once we have that, we want to make sure that we can at least edit them, right? So let's go ahead and edit. By clicking here, and we can go ahead and center it. Bring it down to the center. That's going to be our slideshow. We can also go ahead and edit this right here. So let's go ahead and put that center horizontally. Alright, so right there, horizontal. We have it right there. Alright, so once you have, all your sources, ready and set to go, you can go ahead and just start streaming. Once you start streaming, you're all set. You're good. You shouldn't have any issues. So, hopefully this tutorial was a little helpful for you. Let me know in the comments how I can, change a few things, or if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe, and request any other tutorials that you might be interested on. My next one is going to be on XSplit Broadcaster, just because I have noticed that there's a lot of tutorials out there that are kind of out of date, because of the XSplit Broadcaster being kind of new, in terms of the version that's out right now. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And again, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Later.